Hi, and welcome to the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast.
Hi, welcome back to our Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast. Welcome to another fun-filled edition. We're going to have an awesome time today.
Yes, this is the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. Do not forget it. You're here because you want to learn how to get your website on the first page of Google, or you just want to be entertained by Paul and I.
Paul. Can we say we're the most popular on Podomatic yet?
We have been number 3 on a couple occasions.
Okay.
And on Podomatic, that's where our audio podcasts are hosted. Actually, even though you're listening to them on iTunes or you subscribe on iTunes, they're actually hosted on Podomatic. And we were on the first page. Remember, on the second. We're still working. I'm gonna make that happen again here. Actually,
yeah, I thought we were on the first page yesterday, but maybe not.
No, I think we were on.
I just made that up then.
Yeah. Go check and send us an email. Yeah, so that's what we do. We teach you how to get your website on the first page of Google. As always, we want to cover a little bit about what we did last time. And we always say a little bit because if we covered the whole thing, then it would
It'd be the same podcast.
Same podcast. We're not going to do that.
With different color shirts on.
The last time, yeah, it is actually. No, I think I wore this one last time.
You were darker blue, I think.
Did I? Are you keeping track of my fashion? What's up with that?
Hey, man. I'm sorry, man. I got to keep my ear to the street of what's hot.
Got to keep the podcast real. So last time we talked about Google Goals. We finished off a really long discussion on Google Goals. Google recently upped the amount of goals that you can have from 4 to 20, and we covered all the reasons why you would want to set up Google Goals, what you can do with Google Goals, the values and principles associated with Google Goals.
I mean, we could do 4 or 5 more podcasts on
Google Goals,
because it gets pretty in-depth.
So research those. If you're doing your own SEO, make sure that you're researching that, find out what you can do with that. Also, we've got any news? You got any?
I do have some news. I found some more technology news.
So it's not just like regular news. It's actually technology news.
This is actually relevant to what we're talking about. Not as fun, though. Okay, a couple things that happened this week. Yahoo has fully integrated, as of yesterday, Thursday, December the whatever. What was yesterday?
10th.
Yesterday was the 10th. Yahoo has fully integrated Twitter feeds into its search engine. This is pretty. Actually, this is really big. Because I doubted the usefulness of Twitter, but someone was like, okay, you know, when CNN puts Twitter posts on their news feed, that means it's really important. Now search engines have started to include them. As of Tuesday, Google has been fully integrated with Twitter, and as of yesterday, Thursday, Yahoo is fully integrating Twitter into their search results. They say it's going to take a day or two for it to really get going.
So Google on Tuesday, Yahoo on Thursday. Now, this brings up a question, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but
I know the answer to everything.
Isn't it Bing? Who?
That's right. That's right. And
so when Yahoo says that they're incorporating Twitter into their search results, doesn't that just mean Bing is, and therefore Yahoo is?
They got on the phone and said, Bing, you better have my search results.
Better have Twitter.
You better have Twitter results in my search feed.
Better be in my results.
In my search feed. I'll bust a cap in your behind. So that was in the news. Bing and Yahoo and Google are fully integrated with Twitter. That's pretty big. So if you're not on Twitter, you need to be on Twitter. We're on Twitter, right?
Yeah, we're on Twitter. You can find us at E-Webstyle. Excuse me. Stop. Twitter.com/E-Webstyle. There is no dash in that particular one. Or you can find our Facebook page, because we know you want to stalk us, at e-webstyle.com/Facebook. And you can also, if you're up to date, if you're hip, if you're cool, if you know what's happening, you're actually watching this right now.
That's very cool, actually. I know Dean Calhoun is watching.
All right, Dean. Shout out to you. You can watch us at 9:15 Central Standard Time every single Friday, except this is the last one this year.
Okay. Except any Friday after today.
Today, until the new year. And however that happens. I haven't looked at the calendar, but our next live broadcast will be the first Friday in the new year.
You have a calendar?
Give or take. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you noticed our new digs here. We're actually here in Javier's cubicle.
Mansion cube.
We kind of took it over. We knew he was going to be running late this morning, so we're like, hey, let's do the podcast from Javier's cubicle. So that's the new digs. So those are the ways you can get a hold of us. Those are the ways you can. You got any more news?
I do have some more news, but I completely forgot it. So
okay,
it will come to me.
You did have a joke or something that you were going to say.
Okay, everybody has seen Tiger Woods in the news, right? So
he's in the news. Who's Tiger Woods?
Who has not been in a cave is in the news, right? So I got to give my little spiel about Tiger, right? Not even a spiel; it's a stupid joke, but I got to say it. A little off color, so I'm gonna say that now.
All right.
So a buddy tells me this joke. He goes, "Hey Paul, I've got a joke."
I'm Chris.
No. we'll say, "Hey Paul, I got a joke."
Tell me, Chris.
Tiger Woods is coming out with a new search engine.
New search? Tiger? Really?
Yes, it's called Fire Crotch.
Get it? Fire Crotch.
Firefox. Fire Crotch.
Oh, yes. You are right. We should skip the joke.
Yes, I told you it's a little off color, but you know, hey, we can laugh and
yeah, but you didn't say it sucked. No, I like it. I insisted that you tell it.
I got to do something, you know. That's our Tiger Woods for tonight.
All right.
And I did not sleep with Tiger Woods. Just put that out there. I will admit to it for $1 million, though. Just like everybody else is doing right now.
Yeah. Let me lawyer up, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Then we'll see what we can put together. There was an announcement this week of Google personalization, and when I'm going to be honest here. When I say announcement, I happen to get an email. And,
okay.
And it's interesting because Google's doing a lot of personalization. That is kind of a trend, I think, with most search engines where. Remember we talked.
Get your own account, like.
Well, no. So remember when we were talking about how we were doing some kind of background research on one of our clients, and their website was on the first page, and then you were looking at it and it was like, no, it's not on the first page, and I'm like, yes, it is on the first page, and finally we figured out that because I was signed in, I had visited that page, it was showing up not in the first position, which is a little weird, but it was showing on the first page. And so that was kind of a personalized result. Well, Google's actually now doing that, and that's been an option even if you don't sign in. You have this kind of web history. In fact, if you're not signed in and you go to Google, you'll see a web history up there on the upper right corner. You'll see web history and a couple other things. It'll keep track of your web history. You don't have to be signed in.
Okay.
And it'll give you relevant results. And there's a little video from Google out there, and it talks about if somebody were doing a search for socks, right? One of the guys was a Red Sox fan, and the other one might be looking up the Sarbanes-Oxley doctrine. And so the next time the Red Sox fan goes and types in socks, Google will try and present more relevant to the Red Sox. Next time the other guy comes into socks, it will produce results more relevant to Sarbanes-Oxley. And I don't know, what do you think about that on first brush?
I don't know. I like the idea of making it more personal, because if I like Red Sox, I want Red Sox to come up.
Yeah.
What if I'm a Red Sox and a White Sox fan? And a Oxley Sarbanes. That's a long word. I can't even say that.
So it's Sarbanes-Oxley. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, today socks may mean one thing to me, and tomorrow socks may mean something else. But if you've limited me in any way, then you're limiting I think it's negative results. I think it's not what I want. I said, look, if socks pulls up, Red Sox, White Sox, Sarbanes-Oxley, and I click one of those, or maybe it doesn't pull up Red Sox, and that's what I'm interested in. Guess what I got to do? I got to type red. Right?
Oh God.
Right?
But, people want to take the path of least resistance, and they don't. Oh, I'm gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to do extra work, even though it's easy just to type in red.
Well, and maybe we're a little bit different, because I am literally looking up totally random stuff all the time.
My searches are so random.
It's like, and it's a lot because of what we do, and probably a lot because of we're just kind
every
of
new client
like
we're
that.
searching. We got to search a different industry. We're looking for new keywords, new competitors.
So if it's limited, or just like that result that came on the first page, for us, that's not, So now I got like 4 browsers. One where I'm always signed in, one where I'm not signed in, one where I'm signed in another account, and I personally, I don't like it.
I don't either. So
I don't like it.
Google, you need to stop that.
Yeah, and give us our links.
Because I said so. And I need to check those links.
Give us our link. I checked them last week or something.
You have them back yet?
Yeah, no. No. Oh, okay. So we're going to cover something really intelligent today.
And what would that be?
I think it's Google Intelligence.
Google Intelligence.
That just sounds fundamentally intelligent. My computer's falling
I
asleep
feel
here.
smarter just by talking about it, actually.
All right. Yeah.
Google Intelligence is a part of Google Analytics. We've covered numerous podcasts on different aspects of Google
or
Analytics.
Numo podcast.
Yeah, no, it works
Numo.
with me.
Yeah.
Nemo.
We like to abbreviate.
So, again, if you're not doing some sort of analytics, whether it's Google Analytics, Webalizer, whoever, Analyzer, you need to be doing it. It's a million podcasts, and we talked about why you should be doing it. Bottom line, it will help you. It'll help you learn who's doing what on your website, how to make it better.
Yeah.
So what exactly is intelligence?
Well, that's when you're kind of smart.
All right. Okay. Good. In the podcast, we're out of here.
And when it's Google Intelligence, it's like off the charts.
It's like it's Google's. Google is so smart.
All right. So Google Intelligence. What they've done is they've kind of they've applied a lot of fundamental statistical analysis to your analytics, right?
Okay.
So you know what do they cover? What are some of the general things they cover in analytics?
Visitors.
Yep.
Unique visitors.
New visitors.
New visitors.
Yep.
Bounce rate.
Yep.
Page views. Time
Yep.
on site.
Yep.
These are all big metrics.
Yep.
What else? Entrance pages, exit pages, and very important metrics that it covers. And just the normal Google on the dashboard, you can see all these things on the dashboard. That's what it normally covers. I assume
So
that
you can look at
intelligence
each one of those like on a day-by-day basis. What are my bounces for today? What are my new user bounces for the day? What are my return user bouncers for the day? There's a lot of information just on a daily basis that you can cross, intermingle, and really look at and get a good idea of what's happening on your website.
And then you can get more complicated and do it for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, for this 2-day period, whatever.
On top of that,
Okay.
instead of you having to pull all this information into an Excel spreadsheet or into some sort of database and then kind of do statistical analysis, basically Google, it really could be called Google Statistics.
Okay. Google Stats.
Or Google Statistical Analysis. I think
Okay.
Google Intelligence probably sounds a little better.
Well, they already had AW Stats, so they don't want to be Google Stats.
Yeah.
So, Google's always got to be the biggest and the baddest. Got to have everything new.
So far they're working.
Yeah. And I'm following right along by trying all their new products.
All right, so Google Intelligence, what we did basically is we went in, believe it or not, we have Google Analytics on our own website.
Oh!
Can you believe that?
Wow, really?
Yeah. So we don't just sit here on the podcast and say this is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
We actually do it.
We actually do. We practice what we preach.
And as soon as they added Google Intelligence right now, if you sign into your Google Analytics account, in fact, it's the little second link on the left margin, so left if you're looking this way. The first one is Dashboard. The second one is Intelligence Beta.
Intelligence Beta.
And under you click that, and under that comes daily alerts, weekly alerts, and monthly alerts. So what this is a statistical analysis of the events that are going on, and then all it's doing is it's looking at anomalies. What are the days where a particular set of information is outside of the norm?
Okay.
And I think they're probably just looking. What is the statistical term? There's a statistical term for it.
Anomaly.
Yeah, it's anyway.
Anomaly.
Yeah, we'll go with anomaly. So what we did is we printed for E-Webstyle. We printed out some key ones. And there's a couple days, we looked at one day where there were a number of alerts, 1 week where there were a number of alerts, and 1 month. And I've got those printed here. You see me flipping through pages. If you're smart and you're signed in on Ustream, which you can catch us at 9:15 Central Standard Time. Every Friday starting next year. So here we're actually looking at Friday, December 4th.
Okay.
And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4
alerts.
Anomalies.
Anomalies.
Alerts,
so
yeah.
What were these anomalies based on?
And remember, these are automatic. And so,
okay.
And I think the word I was looking for is what they pull out is things that are outside the standard deviation.
Okay.
That's a statistics term. I don't know if you know what it is, but.
Yeah, I hated statistics.
Yeah.
And, oh gosh, stats and probabilities.
I tutored when I was in college.
Really?
And the most I ever charged was statistics. I charged $15 an hour, and I never took statistics. And I told the girl, I was like, look, I'm going to learn it. And then right here in front of you and teach it to you.
You know what I did in college statistics? I cheated. That's right. And I graduated.
Shout out to your professor.
No, shout out to the guy I cheated off of. Eddie Duchatelier. I can't remember his name.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That sounds Cajun, Duchatelier.
Haitian, Creole.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, here we are. So the first notice here is average time on site. The day is, for us, it's Friday, December 4th, and it says that the we got a couple pieces of information. So total traffic, 206%. So
Up
this
or down?
this is up. So 206 is going to be up.
Okay.
Like 50% would be half, so that would be down. So 100% would be just the same.
Okay.
Normal. What it's saying is the actual time was a minute 06. Normal time is 17 seconds to 30 seconds. So it's saying on December 4th, we got people on average spent a minute and 6 seconds on our website.
Okay, so that's something I'd want to know. Hey, I'm getting a lot more traffic on this particular day. Is it today? Is there something big in the news today where everybody wants to buy my products and services? Is it a Saturday and everybody just off of work surfing the internet? Did I run a special? I think that's pretty cool to know. I'd like to know that.
Well, and then, a lot of these alerts are just kind of cause for additional research, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, what happened on December 4th that, caused people to stay on our site significantly longer, 206%.
206%, longer than they normally do.
Exactly. And then a visitor type new. So that was a number for total traffic.
Mm-hmm.
For new visitors, we actually had a minute and 11 seconds. That's a 385% of the norm.
Okay.
The norm normally being 4 to 18 seconds. So
okay.
interesting stuff, right?
So and those are per day, right?
Well, in this case, yes. This is one day where we had the 4 alerts, and that was one of the alerts. Another alert was goal conversion rate. So we've got a number of goals. We talked about it in our last podcast. Figure out why you'd want to have a goal. Make sure you go back to those podcasts. And this one was talking about, it doesn't say what specific goal, but we have a collection of goals, and it's saying, it's actually goal number 1. So goal number 1, we had a 500%, it was up 500% for total traffic.
Okay.
For new visitors, it was up 500%. That kind of implies that it's looking at the same numbers there. So why do we convert more goals on that day?
Is the same day?
Same day, December 4th.
Well, I'd say a portion of it is because we received more traffic.
Yep.
Just from statistics and the probabilities.
And the traffic stayed longer.
They stayed.
So they ended up closing the goals.
Okay, so whatever we did on Friday, December the 4th, we need to do again.
More often.
There you go. All right. Oh, crap. Dang it. Pia, happy birthday.
Pia, happy birthday.
I love you. That's my sister. Her birthday
sister?
was last Friday, and I told her I was going to say it on the podcast, and I forgot.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
My older sister, Pia. Hey, I love you. Sorry. Oops.
Next year.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Mama, happy birthday today.
Oh, you almost forgot that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love you, Mama. Today is our Mama's birthday. Woo, boy.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Hanson.
Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I found something cool. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I got one more goal here. Let's finish this for the day. Same day. Per visit goal value. So we actually have a value that's tied back to the goals. Mm-hmm. And there was another goal here. We had goal 1. It also increased. Well, no, that's goal value. So, interesting day on December 1st. And interesting, these alerts, I don't know if I mentioned, these are automatic. You can set other alerts. If you wanted to monitor, I was looking at some other stuff, you can actually track traffic in California increased on one of our websites. It increased by 300%. So
that was automatic? You set that up, or that was automatic?
That was automatic.
Wow.
So you can set up things like that.
That's cool.
And really all Google, again, is doing is like what's outside of the standard deviation. Boom, we want to flag it. We want to let you know, hey, here's something that's an anomaly you should look at. And, man.
I think that's cool. And when you show, I've always seen Google Intelligence. I've never really played with it that much. And he was like, hey, well, come look at this, and you can see this. And here, I didn't even set this up. I think that's really cool that Google just says, hey, we're going to do this for you. this is a little odd. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah, or we're at least gonna flag it, so you should watch it. So
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do your own.
Yeah.
Do your own analytics work.
Yeah. You say you got
Google's
something.
not gonna do it. What I did is, I'm playing around with intelligence, and there's a little button that says custom alert types. And I'm like, all right, well, I assume this means I can create my own custom alert types outside of the ones that Google set up for me. And here's a different list of things that you can set up your custom alert types for. My handwriting is kind of iffy, but you can set up a custom alert for all traffic for the visitor type. And is that what Google did for us?
Yep.
They set up for a specific type. You can set up alerts by city, region, country, or territory. By a campaign, because you might be running multiple campaigns. You can set up for keywords.
Or e-words. They are electronic.
E-word. I'm making up words here. Okay, keywords for your source. I'm not.
Source is where the traffic came from.
Okay, your traffic source. A medium.
That's a psychic.
If you're a psychic, and your referral path. Maybe your referral path was a search engine, was another website,
referral path is typically from another website.
Okay.
Medium maybe was it organic, was it pay-per-click, was it referral?
And you can also set up for your landing page and your exit page. And so I played with that a little bit, and you can go in and you can set up an alert for your exit page to say that when my exit page gets this many visitors. And once you set your custom alert type, our custom alert type is landing page or exit page. You can go again. There's further metrics. You can say whenever my traffic increases, when my new traffic increases to this landing page, when my percentage of traffic decreases to this landing page, when my keyword count, when my traffic to this landing page comes from this particular keyword. I mean, I could do this all day. But it gets really, really, really in depth, and I think this is really cool stuff. So I'm going to play around with this and give you guys some good information, and maybe we'll play with the E-Webstyle site. And if you're lucky, we might actually show you something, so you can see something. If you're lucky, only the special people.
All right.
Maybe here we go. Maybe only the Ustream people will get to see it.
Yeah, that's a good call. So it's awesome that you can customize it. I think this is also amazing that they do all of this already.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably what will happen is if you really start digging into this, you're like, you know what? I like this. I like what's going on. I'd like a little more detail. I'd like to set up some of my own custom things, and clearly you can customize this out the wazoo, which is an E-word.
Yeah, I think there you go. Out the E-wazoo. I think it's really cool about the city one. Like when you said when one of our clients is getting traffic from California, I guess that'd be a region or a state. I think that's awesome, because I'm trying to think, okay, if we're in Houston, Texas, and let's say we have an alert where we're getting a buttload of traffic from Phoenix, Arizona. That's something that we can investigate. Like you said, Google sets it up so you can go and investigate and see what it's about. Well, let's figure out where our Phoenix, Arizona traffic is. Oh, well, maybe we forgot that we ran a newspaper ad.
Yep.
Or a radio ad, or
another thing is, what if you ran a newspaper ad in different types of newspapers in 4 different cities, and it's gonna kind of alert you. Obviously, you should be watching that anyway, but it's gonna alert you of specific quantities of traffic that were larger than normal from a particular city. And so, if you did really well in one city, what was that newspaper? Is there equivalent type of newspaper? Here in Houston, we've got kind of the liberal arts, what's going on in town, called the Houston Press. You've got the Houston Chronicle, which is just news. And so, which publication should you be publishing in? Those
cool.
kinds of things can really help you.
This can really help you. And then, I said, what if you're running a newspaper ad? And I forgot to say, well, what if you're doing SEO? In that city, which is what I should have said. What if you're doing SEO in multiple cities, in multiple suburbs around your city? Houston, LA, New York are surrounded by suburbs. Houston, Woodlands, Katy, Sugarland, Tomball, and for some of our clients, we actually track these things. So
yeah,
that could be very important.
And that's a good point, because just so you know about some of the services that we provide, we do national campaigns. We do what we call an NFL city campaign, which is the 33 cities that have I think it's 33.
Explain those, though, because I know what you're talking about.
It's the 33 cities that have National Football League teams. So it kind of, the fact that they have a National Football League means they have a market typically that's large enough to pursue. and so we'll do an NFL campaign.
You know, that's a really good point because, you know, I've never actually thought, until you introduced that to me, I've never thought about, oh, well, if they actually put a football team in this city, they probably have an expendable income or expandable, whatever the word is I'm looking for.
Disposable.
Disposable